Hey, what's up, Boomer Crew? What's up, YouTube? This is Ray for the Boomer Crew. I'm here with Vic, eBay J, and then we got a interview going on today. A very successful entrepreneur, as well as he's got a story unlike any others. So I want to be able to share with you guys, my friend Al Diaz. But before I do that, I want to just shout out to our sponsor, Gossy Pine Socks, quality premium socks for men and women. Go to the description below this video, get and hit the link, or if you're going to check out, use the link, the Boomer Crew, on your coupon code, and you will get 15% off any purchase. So there you go. Gossy Pine Socks at gossypine.com. Link is below. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notifications. We appreciate all you subscribers who watched. Those people who repeat watch us, we appreciate you guys too. Please let us know what you want to see. We're going to be doing reaction videos. We want to know what you want us to react to, so that, and we'll do it as clean as could be. I mean, as fresh as could be. On the day that we watch that video, you're going to hear our reactions straight out. So we appreciate you guys for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that notification so that you can get notifications when we put up new content. Putting up new content every week, just about every week. We've been pretty good with that. As long as our schedules don't get any snags in them. But we're here for you because we want to talk to boomers about what's going on in financial relationships, as well as what's happening in the world today. So we appreciate you guys for watching. So today we got Al Diaz Jr. Al Diaz Jr., MLB, ex-MLB player. He wants to tell, or we want him to share a little bit of his story so that you guys could get an idea of what it's like, somebody going to MLB, and then what happens, how they transition, and where he's at now. So Al, thanks for coming to this show. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, thank you very much, Ray, for inviting me to this boomer. Even though I'm not a boomer, I'm not a boomer. Well, not really. I am a boomer.
But you look great, dude. I'm just saying that right
boomer,
now,
bro.
You keep, yeah, dude. You could.
I was
You could
say I'm a millennial, but I'm
I'm
not a millennial. I'm too young.
But dude, you look great, man. I just want to say that you look great. How old are you? Do you want to share that with us?
Yeah, no problem. I'm 162.
How does he do it, folks? How does he do it? Don't worry, we're going to
63.
show you those skin secrets that he uses in the link below too.
Yeah. I'm 63 and I'll be turning 64 here shortly.
Man, fantastic. You look great, bro. You look great.
Thank you.
It must be all that athletics at a young age that you started out.
Yeah, and you know that's a great subject to talk about because I would have to say that most of the reason why I feel the way I look and all is because when I was young, my dad taught me a great lesson: not to do what he did. He drank himself to death and he smoked himself to death. So
I'm sorry
those
to
are
hear
the
that.
things that I didn't do. And I was an athlete, so athletics helped me out a lot. I mean, it helped me in my life. It helped me setting goals. It's helped me not to give up even when you're down, when you think you're out of the game. Bottom of the ninth, you're still in the game. 2 outs, still in the game. Same thing in life. It's just a matter of attitude and a matter of putting your mind into it. There's no question about it that no matter what happens to you, you do not give up, no matter what situation you're in. But in baseball, I mean, I was just an average guy. I was in a position that was a good position. I was a catcher, and it got me to where I got to. I mean, it was just an experience that a lot of people want to be in. But at the same time, I was there very short. I had a couple of injuries, and but the experience of not giving up, the attitude, the drive, the fight for a dream, because all of us, I mean, everybody here in our panel, guarantee you when we were young, we wanted to be a baseball player. We wanted to play in major leagues, or we wanted to play football. We had a goal, we had a dream. And, and the thing is not to give up on it. I mean, it's hard sometimes. Not everybody makes it, but you have to fight for it. You have to really, really fight for it. Thank God I had some ability that I got to where I want. And I thank God for it. But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot to today, today in my life today. Gray, my situation. I ran into a little, I'm a very healthy guy. I'm a I'm a health freak. You know, I'm always drinking vitamins. Everything that comes out, I try to look into it to really get it just to make me look young. 63 makes me look young. So any creams that come out, I put it on. The only thing I don't do, I don't put makeup on yet. Not yet, not yet. But probably I will eventually, but not yet. But I was always into health.
Say what, Vic?
Facelift.
There you go, facelift.
No, not yet, not yet.
Your face does look a little higher.
Yeah.
Facelift.
Eventually it will be, but no, I don't think so. But during my life, I mean, I've always was healthy. I'm always of vitamins and nutrition, and I never ever thought of all situations in my life, never thought I was going to come out and doctor telling me that I had cancer.
Oh,
that was a big blow to me. I mean, I walked into the hospital with a bloody nose. I was bleeding quite a bit, and it didn't stop. So I thought it was a vessel. I was a little weak. Been weak for about, I will say, about 3 months prior to that. I was getting a little weak. I was getting a little nosebleed back and forth. I thought it was just a nose blood, a vessel from the nose.
Right.
But when I walked in, they rushed me in and they took blood work and everything, and they put me in a room right away, and they put IVs in me, and they said, we need your family here. And I go, huh? So that was kind of situation.
Scary,
Yeah, it was a little scary, and then they told me they needed to talk to me about my blood work and so on. And so I called the whole family, and we were in the room, and then not one doctor came in. We had 8 doctors come in. And when 8 doctors came in,
yeah, that tells you something.
Yeah. Hey, there's something going on here. They're not 8 doctors that are going to come in here and say, hey, you had a bloody nose. You have a vein vessel. You got to just operate you to get your nose taken care of. No. We know that. And they all sat down there and told me. And they told me, hey, listen, you have a rare cancer. It's called Walterson cancer. Only 3% of the people in the world have it. Yeah, and it's in blood. It goes into the blood. We did the bone marrow, and that was 100%. My whole body had 100% of it. So the first thing I did told the doctor, and the doc said, hey, listen, this is what we can do. This, but it's all up to you. And I said, hey, doc, I'm a strong Christian, and I believe that God puts situations in our lives, and you are in my life right now in front of me because God put you there. So whatever it is, what we need to do, we do it right now, and I don't wait for it. I don't want to wait tomorrow. I want to do it right now. And he looked at me and says, are you really sure? And I said, whatever has to be done. He says, okay, got the order, got my first blood transfusion that same day. Then, from there on, it was in the hospital for about 4 months in the hospital. I went down to about 149, lost quite a bit of weight. It was good. Hey, I needed to lose weight, right?
Right.
But it was,
right now?
I'm at 215 right now.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm at 215 right now. I want to get back down to 190, 195. I felt really, really good at that weight when I was there. But listen to me. During that whole situation, I went back to what I talked about before: baseball. Don't give up. The bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, you're still not out. You're never out. And they did chemo to me, and every time they did chemo, I told the nurse, says to me, I need to walk. And they looked at me and says, what do you mean you want to walk? I says, I want to walk. So I started walking in the hospital, and I walked 1 mile the first day. I ended up walking 5 miles every day in the hospital. Hallway. Yeah. And they got to know me. They got the whole hospital got to know me. And they couldn't believe that, guy with just had chemo was walking around with a stick, something in him, and I was walking. I I was gonna beat it, no matter
Now,
what.
did you have pain then,
Oh,
Al?
yeah,
Were
yeah.
you going,
I mean,
it was hurting?
yeah, it was pretty bad. People who have, you can't describe it until you're in it. I had,
Well, I thank you for saying that. Just because we got another part of this person on this show that comes on. His name's Rick Torres. I want to shout out to Rick Torres. But Rick is a fourth stage cancer survivor. So and I just want to shout out to him because he's going through some, he's going through some what do you call physical therapy right now.
Mhm.
And so he's just pushing through. So sometimes he can't come on the show, depending on what time of the day it is. He might be a little tired from some medications, so that's why he's not on tonight. But our hearts are with you, Ricky. We know that I just talked to him the other day. He's doing good. He's at home. He's doing through therapy. But this is great. I can't wait for him to hear this. This is
Yeah,
good stuff.
it's there's a lot of pain. When I was, I used to work at my church in the school where my kids were going. I was the head of security, and I hired a guy and he was named Pedro Salazar. Um, he touched me, and he passed away with cancer, but he taught me a lot. He helped me get through where was going through, and
Sure.
yeah, he fought to the last minute. He had faith, and he fought hard. He really fought hard, and that's one thing I did. I said, I'm not going down without a fight.
Well, Al, that's one thing I know about you because I know that I've went through some stuff, and just hearing you always had something positive to say. So it shows me just the attitude you have to have. Because of that, I got cards. I got little 3x5 cards saying attitude, attitude, attitude. Attitude is everything. Of course, some positive things right here on my wall.
Yeah.
But just being able to keep your nose up,
Mhm.
into the wind so that you can keep just kind of flying in a direction. Maybe it may be a lower altitude, but at least your attitude is up, and it's just a really strong thing that, being around you, um, doing some ventures. We've done some ventures before in the past, and it's just really good. But it just has it's all part of who I am today because of what just your stand, and I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. Yeah, you're welcome. It's all attitude, man. I mean, it's I there's one thing and I don't know if it's okay to talk about, but I'm going to talk about God.
Sure.
Uh,
No, it's open
because,
for me.
it's attitude and positive thinking and everything in life is in one book called the Bible. And in that Bible, God said one verse that through my whole journey in life, I've always heard about it. But was giving that verse to me when I was playing ball. And it was Joshua 1:9. And Joshua 1:9 states, I command you to be strong and courage. I'm with you all the way through. That verse to me was on my wall in my hospital. It's in my room, my closet. Every time I walk in, I looked at it. That verse, God's telling you to be, he's commanding you to be strong and courage because he's always with us. And, during all our journeys in life, good and bad, he's going to be there. And that was one thing that I always fell back to, that I knew that when I fell down, that he was going to pick me up. He's going to brush me off and says, come on, I'm going to help you start another path. And that's what I did. And through my journey of cancer, that's what was one of my strongest things I ever did. It was just he's with me. He's commanded me to be strong. He's commanded me to be strong. And so I went with it. And that's in everything in life, Ray. And it's that even if we're talking about business itself, anything, you have to have that positive attitude.
Right.
Knowing, hey, we're all going to fall. There's no question about it. Everybody who's probably listening to this channel right now is that we all have failed in life, but we have to never give up and keep on going until the day we can't get up anymore. And then you accomplish what you needed to accomplish. But
and that's the thing. There's somebody going to be watching this. I mean, we usually goof around, and people watch because we goof around a lot. but they tuned in today and they're going to listen to the story and they might need that story. They don't know it.
Mhm.
And it's going to, affect somebody. Maybe just somebody clicked on because they see Al Diaz. Oh yeah, I remember, and they're going to need that story.
Yeah.
So that's the whole reason why we do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I believe I'm still here on earth because I have not accomplished what God has wanted me to do on this earth, and I'm going forward with it, doing what I need to do. Hopefully, I can touch people's lives with it. It's a tough journey. Not everybody survives it. I'm still going through it. I got chemo here on the 15th. I get another chemo. I got all the way through December, and then I get another bone marrow biopsy to see where I'm at. Blood work looks great. There's just one thing that's there is it doesn't keep on coming down. The IgM is the blood. With the immune system and so on. It's just not. It's tough to get it to where I needed to get it, but doctor's happy where I'm at. I'm not because I know God can heal me completely. Doctor says, hey, you're strong. You keep on doing it. You're doing good. You're doing good. So I have faith in it. I have really a lot of faith that everything's gonna work out. But it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I hope that that I can touch somebody's life with this. That the message of anybody who's going through this is that don't give up. Even when you know that because there's times that you feel it, that you're drained, you don't have anything more, but you need to know that you can't give up for a lot of reasons. It's because I have family, I have kids, and I have my wife, and I didn't want to give up yet. I want to be with them again. I want to be with them and enjoy every moment. And through that journey, I realized how much time I wasted of not enjoying the moment. Since the situation, when I wake up, I enjoy every single minute. Like right now, I'm enjoying this minute with you guys.
Dude, you've already touched a lot. You touched my life. See, that's why I'm trying. I want to be able to share this with you because it's kind of coming up on the inside of me. You've touched lives, man. You've touched my life, and I want you to know that.
Amen.
So, and even though it's not in the same way, your message right now is reaching people right now. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. And because of that, it's just got a ripple effect. So, I just want to share that with you, man. I think that most people don't see, so everybody sees their situation sometimes as themselves in it by themselves.
Mhm.
And, you talked about that gentleman who really touched your life because now, he went through it. Now that was before you even knew you had, right. That's before the situation happened. So with that alone, like you said, God gives us those markers. You know what I mean? Remember that, like just to give you that strength to be able to face the things that you got to face. But I'm telling you, man, you inspire me. Rick has inspired me because when Rick had cancer, he said he got up. He said God gave him a second chance, so he wasn't going to squander it, and he went to work, which blew my mind because he's got a cane. He was walking with the cane. They had already taken, he had a male mastectomy where they already took a part of his chest out. And here he was going to, thank God it wasn't it wasn't a labor type of situation, but he worked for park districts. But still, just being able to get to work in pain, nobody know what that pain feels like except people like yourself or other people who went through it. And here he's going to go there and go to work, which blew me away. And it inspired this whole show. It inspired this whole channel was that, and we wanted to talk to boomers, inspire people, younger generation. A younger group follows this, as far as our analytics go. A younger group follows us. So I think it's 24 to 36, something like that, as a predominant viewing age. But, you'll never know what you're touching because you don't know whose family is going through it or father or mother has went through it. Yeah. Go ahead.
When you have when your family's going through it, everybody sticks together like a family. It's that's what your family is.
Right.
But outside your family, people don't talk about that. They keep it to
Right.
themselves.
Yeah.
So we have to go out there. We have to touch those other people. It can't be, you don't know what your friends are going through because they keep it to themselves. They don't want to let people know because it's like a sign of weakness. We have to let it, you have to share. We have to share. We have to, let the other people know, that people are there. We want to know because like these young kids, they don't know what's coming.
They don't.
They, and it's ignorance is bliss. They want to be kept in the dark, but we have to let them know. So when they're our age, they're like, oh, that they were trying to tell us. They were trying to tell me, but I just wasn't listening.
Listening at the time, right?
So hopefully one person's listening. Hopefully that one kid's listening.
Yeah, the new generation, the millennium generation, they know it all. I'm going. Hey, I got two of them. So I know, I know what I'm talking about. They know it all, and
if they don't, they Google it.
The only thing I can do, and the only thing I can do in this situation is just give them wisdom, because if you put a gun to their head, is the worst thing to do.
Right.
You need to let them hit the wall, and let them listen to your wisdom, and then they'll realize when they get to our age, man, Dad was right. I should have listened to that. Man, Dad was correct. Look at what's happening to me. Wow, look at what's going on. And then that's when they realize, and then that portion of the wisdom that you give them can pass it down to our grandkids and keeps it going. But that is very important. And Ray, I want to say something about forgot his name, who has cancer.
Rick.
I know what Rick is going through because when I was going through my chemo situation, my cancer situation, I had was applying for jobs at the same time because it financially was pretty rough. I wasn't working. Wife was the only thing was doing. So I tried everything, and I applied for a job, and I got a job interview, and it was the same day I had cancer. I had a chemo treatment. I had a chemo treatment at 9 o'clock in the morning, and my interview was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Showed up, I was dying, but I didn't let nobody know. Got hired on the spot, got more than I expected. I worked for about 10 months with them, and going through a lot of pain, went through chemo, and they never knew that I was going through chemo. Because every time I needed to go through chemo, I had to pull a tooth out. I had a dental situation, or had something else. I never, to today, I don't think nobody in that job knows that I was working there while I was going through chemo. And I know what Rick is going through. We fight through it. We don't want people to know, because we don't want people to feel sorry for us, because we want to keep on fighting for it. Because what happens is that when people start feeling sorry for you, oh, poor guy, we feel so, and oh man, we want to run. We don't get pulled down. We're at that situation that we want to keep on moving forward, and we want to beat this thing, and that's how we do it. And the ones who beat it are the ones who never give up and keep on fighting for it. And there's a lot of us that fight hard and everything, and their time is to go. God, they probably touched people's lives during that situation that the Lord called them up. But there's a lot of other ones, like myself, who are still here, still fighting for it. And that this is my great opportunity. My platform is share my situation and my wisdom that I know what I've gone through to be able to help other people.
Well, you know what, Al, that points there's another thing here as far as the lesson is what I'm hearing. And that's this, even people who are good people, things, they still face things. So, sometimes people think, oh man, I'm going through this because I was bad, or maybe I did something wrong. Maybe, God's mad at me. What would you say to those people? I mean, as a man of faith, and you got your belief, as a Christian, I'm Christian as well, but that is really strong to me because a lot of people think if they're going through something, it's because they did something bad or they did something wrong. Well, what would you say to those people to give them some encouragement and let them know, hey, it wasn't because you're, you know, a bad sinner or something like that? What would you say to those people?
I'm going to say one specific thing that it was taught to me, and I'm going to give wisdom right now. There's always an evil and there's a good. The evil will always try to take down the good. Even when you're at the high platform, when you're at the top of the peak, the evil will always try to knock you down. He will always try to brainwash you for you not to reach your goal and not to reach your dream. He wants you to not to believe in God, because if you do, you succeed. So he will try to put things in your mind and put things in your path to stop you from reaching your ultimate goal. God does things for a reason, but we must understand, people, we must understand that there is an evil spirit that tries to destroy all of us. Business, life, family, jobs, everything that comes in our way that we think, oh my gosh, this is bad. Why did God do this? Why do we always say God? And we don't say, why did the evil one do this to me? He's trying to stop me from reaching my goal. And that's what it's fighting. That's what the point that we need to go that extra step to reach it, because we know that the evil one is trying to stop you because you're almost to that goal and you're almost there to reach that ultimate success wherever you're going to be. So my wisdom to you is it's not God, is that you're almost there to be free. You're almost there to defeat the disease. You're almost free to be have a better job situation, more money in your bank. All those things that come against you, it's not God. It's the evil one trying to tell you, hey, can't get there. You're not good enough. You're not good enough yet. And you are good enough because God made you specifically to succeed in life. And that's wisdom I give to everybody, that it's not God. There's evil. And the only thing that's happening is we're trying to get, you're almost there to the finish line. And you're almost there. Don't give up. Never give up.
Right on. That's good stuff, man. Now, let me ask you a little bit. Now, let's talk a little bit about business, if you don't mind switching gears a little bit. So here you are. You were in baseball from the Yankees, and you went. What were you, scout? Right? You were scout then.
Scouted for the Pirates for about 11 years, 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah. So what was that like? I mean, how did you look? How'd you find a good guy, or like, you do some home business, you got some income streams, and you look for people, right? You look for good people to work with. How did that help you? That situation with being a scout, how'd you scout out somebody who was good for a team, or make them, how'd that all go about? How'd that come about?
Scouting is very simple.
Okay.
Okay. There's two things that cannot be taught in baseball. You can't teach somebody to run faster. You have the ability to run fast. God gave you that talent to run fast. And two, God gave you the talent with a strong arm. You cannot have somebody who throws 40 miles an hour, throw 100 miles an hour in a year or two. It's impossible. God created you to be a successful person, running fast and throwing arm. So when I was scouting, when I go to a baseball field, if I see someone running really fast, I watch him. Then I watch to see how his arm is. If he has those two qualities, from there, you can always teach the person the fundamentals about catching a ball. And you always can teach them the fundamentals of hitting the ball. There's no question. But you cannot teach them how to run faster, maybe a little bit size, but to run faster, it's very hard. I mean, really hard. And to throw harder, it's hard. So those are the two things that you do. And that helped me in business because there's winners and there's losers, positive thinkers and dream builders to take your dream away. So I always looked at that, people who are hungry to have a dream, try to talk to those people to succeed. And there's other ones that they don't want you to succeed. They'll get in your way and try to take your dream away. And that's what helped me through business itself, is just to find those two things in people. And basically the same thing in baseball.
Cool.
Mhm.
So when you start sorting through people in business, you're looking for somebody. Well, let me put it this way: you can teach people better skills, right?
Yeah, you can always teach people the skills of hitting better, doing things better. You cannot teach them how to.
But they're natural
Baseball.
abilities, what you're saying.
Talking
Okay.
about the sports. In sports, you can't tell them but in business, it's easier to teach somebody the fundamentals of a business to grow if they have the attitude that they're going to win. If
Okay.
you're coming in with the attitude that, oh man, this is hard. I can't. You're just wasting your time with them. Those are the kind of people that you're going to look for. And it's any business. It's just not just home-based business or anything else. Even when you're going to hire, if you're an employer and you're going to hire somebody, you want to find somebody who has the attitude, hey, I'm going to go out there and do the best and go forward, instead of hiring somebody, oh yeah, I just only want to put stock away. I just want to make some boxes and that's it. Oh, you don't want to. You want somebody who wants to go up and really succeed.
Right.
And that's in business itself. You can always teach people how to be a better go-getter. Let's going to use that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
To be a better go-getter than not the ones that don't want to go anywhere. It's hard that people that don't have a dream. Hell, you're a dreamer. Okay, let them be a dreamer. Then that's okay. I mean, I'd rather have somebody to be a major dreamer than the person that doesn't believe in having a dream. I believe in person that have faith, that they can see something. They can see something that has not been visualized yet, than somebody that don't have any faith at all. Those are the kind of people that I try to look for in business. And Ray, you were one of them. And you and me have gone through a lot of business together. And
Sure.
you know how I am. you know how I teach it. It's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
when you get into that, when you get that team, and I'm going back to sports now, you get a great team together that all have the same goal, and they have the same desire to succeed and win the World Series or the Super Bowl or the NBA. They're all as a team together. It's a combined chemistry within the team. And it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing with anywhere in life. Until you have a great team that have the same goal together, can reach anything. Nobody can stop them. And there's no question that there will be people who try to stop it. But when you have, it's like there's a saying that they always taught me: you get a pencil, you break a pencil is very simple. When you get two pencils and try to break two pencils, it's a little harder. But when you get five pencils and try to break it, it takes a lot harder. So when you get, it's common. When you get 4 or 5 people together and have the same common goal, it's very hard to break. Very hard to break.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, when my dad was really into baseball. He coached. He was a good coach. I played baseball since I was 3 years old, and I never had T-ball or anything like that. So it was all just to me it was fast
Straight
pitch. But we've always had good teams. We always had a good team. So that feeling from 3 years old till when I got into high school, that was a great feeling, knowing that you could win because all the kids, like you said, are on the same page.
Mhm.
Okay, now when I got into high school, it was different because I mainly went to an all-white high school playing baseball.
Mhm.
It was a lot different. It was a lot, and everybody wasn't on the same page. Everybody was for themselves. you know, so it, you know, I wanted to play it. I wanted that feeling. I never got it in high school. So when I went into wrestling and I was
Different.
good, I got that same feeling. So I know in business, it's just called drive. It's you want to drive and you just keep going. You don't know how to stop because you don't want to stop.
Right.
You know, so that feeling I had as a kid, as a child, I found it as, you know, a 14, 15-year-old, but I gave it to myself. I found that same feeling. So in high school, I was a good wrestler, and but wrestling turned into martial arts, and then martial arts turned into, you know, running, you know, martial art business, but then martial arts turned into, you know, I was just dealing with people selling. I mean, I was selling stuff. I started selling on Facebook, eBay, Amazon. That was the same feeling. You know,
That's cool. That's cool.
That's a good
So-
yeah.
So like we always talk about like what we're gonna do when we retire. I really don't think I'm gonna retire ever.
Yeah, I don't see it, right?
You know, because I'll find something else to do, whether I stop selling eBay, it'll always be something else that I need to have that same feeling.
You know,
So,
I want to bring something. When people talk about retirement, people sometimes get it wrong, because I remember when I was 25, 30, I always wanted to retire early. And when I meant retirement, it doesn't mean I wanted to stop working. Retirement was that I want to be able to do it on my own, do things on my own, not to work for anybody else. And you know, is that for you to create your own income. It's fun to eBay. I'm an eBay seller, and it is fun when that thing goes zing zing. I mean, you get a I mean, you go, oh wow, you know, maybe you only made $5, but that zing zing is that high that I don't have to work for anybody else. I did it myself. You know, I did the sale myself, and
Yeah,
it is fun. It's good, and it's the same thing in business and in any kind of other businesses. When you help somebody else succeed, it's fun to see them, the joy in their faces, and it's not so much about you, but it's more about helping others to reach their goals. I mean, and to see their faces, and then have that same feeling. Say, man, I want to retire. I want to just do it on my own. I want to just be, you know, be at home, work from the house, and you know, and today's day is the thing that we all look for now is, you know, working from home. You know, things have changed in times because of the situations they're going through. But now a lot of people are looking to do what that we do, is selling on eBay, or have a home-based business, or we do some income from the house, or remote income. You know, people are dying for that nowadays. You know, dying for it.
yeah.
But
That's
the high is that
stuff.
really is like a intermorphine. I call it intermorphine.
yeah, no, and it is the
Question
same.
about it, it's the intermorphine. People
It's
don't
the
say,
same.
"Oh, drugs." It's like, yeah, I'm on my intermorphine.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So, okay, so now you're doing business. You got a few income streams. I don't even know how many income streams you got right now, but what keeps you going in that? I mean, here you are. You get that. I mean, what are you into now? What's going on? What do you?
I have 3 sources of income streams.
Okay.
One is I'm into the health and wellness business. I've always have and always will be.
And why is health and wellness? What's so important about that? I
Uh,
know what the situation that you have.
I'm going to use my father-in-law for an example, who's not doing very well.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to use him as an example for health and wellness. He's a gentleman that he's right now is probably 72. Mind-wise, he's sharp. He knows everything. He has no loss of memory. We all do. But what happened is we don't take care of our body, and our body takes down our brain. When we reverse that and we take care of our bodies, our body will take care of our brain, and we last longer. I think that health and wellness is so important that we take care of our own health and our wellness to be able to think and be able to live longer. He is, he abused it. Sometimes I abused it when I was younger, until we all did. We abuse our bodies. And then
Victor still does.
When we realize, hey, I want to live a little bit longer, I want to live longer, we did everything crazy, and I guess when you hit the wall and you realize, wow, well, I was dumb doing that stuff. What did I do that stuff for?
Yeah, see, Victor.
Right? Well, let's not talk about that. That's not the right time.
Ultimate crazy right here.
He'll stop tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stop working out.
It's abusing. There you go. But we abuse our bodies, and that's why I'm in health and wellness. I mean, I like helping people, and people are always looking to be in better health. When you're overweight, people feel it. Oh my God, they want to lose weight. But sometimes that's the business portion of what I like to do is that the motivation, the positive thinking about, hey, listen, you can do it. You can lose 10 pounds. I mean, me and Ray did.
We had fun doing that, Al.
Oh my gosh.
I'll never forget it. That was fun. That was really fun, brother.
We had a blast. I mean, we ran, we did videos.
Oh, we had fun doing that.
Oh,
and we dropped a lot of weight, though.
Yeah, we did. I
lost like 12 pounds within a month.
Yeah. I mean, I lost, I think it was 15 or 20 pounds within.
Oh, you went off. Yeah, you went.
I went off. I really went. I really hit it hard.
You went for broke then, yeah.
I really went hard. But those are the things that about health and wellness. What I love about it. You're helping people, and get a better life and feel better. When you get that, you can't stop that. Why I do. But that's one stream of income I do. The other one is eBay. I mean, I've always played with eBay. My gosh, maybe 30 years, 20 years, but never was really serious about it. You're not play with it and just. But when I got,
you got serious with them. I remember when you got serious. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I remember when you got serious with selling educational, homeschool education, and that was like a big. You found that and art. You had two little niches that really took off.
Yeah. I did.
Talk a little bit about that.
Those are two that
how'd you find out that books was going to be something that was going to just be a constant income?
Yeah, well, people love reading. Okay, it doesn't matter. The Bible.
Well, not Victor.
I always believe that reading is the best education we can have. You can watch videos, and you can visualize it, but when you read it, it goes to your. I mean, it's something within. When you read, it goes within your body. It goes inside you. It's like you. I can't. It's like a feeling inside that it's teaching you something. It's not like a video
on a different level is what you're saying.
Totally different level.
Okay.
I mean, and you read it 3 or 4 times, and every time you read it,
something
different from it.
That's true. Yeah.
Something totally different from it. And that's what I've always thought that, educational was going to be a big thing. And I did it pretty well with that. And then in art, I mean, I always liked art, and it was mostly the art,
Now, can you give that move you did? I mean, are you open to like spilling a trade secret, or I mean, with are you okay with spilling a trade secret that you had, the way you did art, the way you found other people's art to sell?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you open to telling how you did that?
Yeah, I mean, that
was a great move, dude. It was one of the best moves, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how I did it is that you look for motivational stuff, okay, and mostly the people who draw or who do art, when you look at the picture and you see something that's motivational, it changes you. For example, that drawing back there, Okay.
I keep looking at it. Yeah.
Okay. That drawing is by Garcia. He's a Cuban painter in Cuba. He passed away, but he was mostly into fruits. I mean, still fruits and so on. That painting is, quite expensive, but just that painting to me is such detail that you know that he went into detail into the each individual fruit and drew each one. And you know that the inside that in that picture, he was talking how beautiful and how juicy, how great each one of those fruits were. And that's what he tried to show in that painting. Hey, he tried to show in that painting, and that's what I looked. I always looked at paintings of people that try to talk within the painting. Um, Try to always look at older pictures, more older paintings, because they were more harder to come by and were not duplicated. Because nowadays people draw and they keep on drawing. Back then, there was a drawer, maybe painted 10 paintings and that's it. And those 10 paintings were great.
But you could feel the energy from that painting.
Oh yeah. It's no question. You can feel it, in any painting that you look at it, you get that boom. And pure example, Ray, those pictures in the back. You have those pictures in the back because when you look at them, it gives you that vibe, that motivation, right? So those paintings are great paintings, because there were some other ones probably you said you saw and didn't like it.
Right.
There's the trick in it when you look at paintings, that when you look at a painting and it motivates you,
you can feel it.
You feel the paintings, and that painting is a good painting. Don't let it go by. It's like, go ahead.
I could take it a little like another step, and when I'm going to be gone, I'm going to go on vacation Tuesday. So my son's going to take over, and he ships out. He'll list for me on eBay. Now, it could just be me, and I could just be crazy. I know my son, he'll get mad, and he'll pack a package, but that's just bad energy now in that package.
Yeah.
Now that package gets to that person with that energy that he didn't want to do a certain job. Now there's a return, because it's the same thing. It's that energy. And I tell him, when you're doing this, no matter how mad you are, you got to calm down, pack it up, good intentions. We got great products, and you ship it out. They'll feel that on the other end. And that's, it's the same thing as like the painting. It's the good energy. You feel it. And,
I got 2 paintings I did. They're funny. They're all messed up. I'm a painter.
Cool.
I started off at 5,000. Anybody want it? It's an original.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, well.
If I get into it, you guys will crack up even more.
So, hey, but there's something else, Al, that I don't want to let this go, but you did a move when you were selling online, and I want to know if you'll give it up. And that is, how did you get other people's paintings to sell it on your eBay store? Are you open to share it or not?
I guess not.
It's called
Explain I'm telling you how.
I know it's simple. I mean, it's if you're an eBay seller, you probably will know what it means. It's called consignment.
Yeah.
When you talk consignment, is that okay? That painting, he's been sitting in his house for 20 years, probably worth $100,000.
Damn.
I'm just using that as an example. And I go to
that one's much more.
Yeah. I go to his house and saw the painting, right? And I said, hey, listen, that's a beautiful painting. Would you like to get rid of it? And he said, yeah. I said, well, let's do something. I'll sell it and I'll list it and we'll go 50-50. And that's how I did. And I started, I didn't have, it wasn't my painting, but I had a consignment. For example, I have consignment now from two other people who have given me merchandise for me to sell on eBay. And I sell their items on eBay. And, it depends on the commission that you work out. It's 50-50, 60-40. I tried to do 60/40 because I'm putting more time into it. Take pictures and list it, and do a whole bunch of stuff, ship it out, and so the other person gets 40%. I mean, for me and for any eBay there, that's great because it's inventory that you don't have to buy, and one thing you have to do is just sell it and list it, take pictures of it. And that's a great part. That you don't have to put it out of your pocket.
I just thought it was brilliant because a lot of people don't think outside of that, other than they say, "Oh yeah, you start an eBay store, yeah, you put stuff up. I ain't got time to run around," and you don't actually have to own the stuff you put up on your eBay store, and you can still earn money.
You remember back when we were doing the weight loss program that we made a lot of income on eBay. Remember?
Yep.
And we didn't own the products.
Nope.
Remember?
Yeah.
So that is exactly how I do most of this stuff.
If they didn't get so back ordered, we would have been.
We would have been still making a killing, man. Man alive, man. We were, me and Ray and our team was doing so well. I mean, we found a way of doing it and
that
create
stuff was
tremendous
moving,
income.
Boy. It was moving. I gotta admit, that stuff was moving.
Well, I have two paintings for you to put on consignment.
Okay, you give me those 2 pictures, and I promise you, I'll sell them and but I want 90%.
I will go 80-20, and you pay the taxes in case they're $100,000 paintings.
The first year I did eBay was fun. The second year I did eBay, I had other people saying, "Oh, can you sell this for me?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, yeah," because it was fun. And I'm like, "We'll just split it. Well, then the end of my second year, I had to pay taxes.
Right. And exactly. You gotta.
And then I was like, so people would tell me, and I'll be like, no. Or I would say, you know what? I need 70-30 if you want to do that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Now I just tell them, I'll just buy it from you. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do consignment anymore.
Yeah. I have 2 people that I have consignment because they have merchandise that are very good merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, there's no sense of me buying the stuff, and let it store in my house. And
well, if the money's there, I suppose it wouldn't matter if you had to pay taxes on the.
Exactly.
If it was enough that would compensate you too, yeah.
And eBay is fun. I'm telling you. I mean, I started with eBay, and in this, I really started hitting hard when, when I lost my job. I had to get some income, so I started one route, and I thought I was going to hit that route. And then I decided, this is not. So I have changed my my eBay store 5 different times, and now I found a good groove of items that I'm looking to sell. Like I see in your background, you see you sell videos.
Yeah, it's all video games.
VCRs. Yeah, video games. You sell video games. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I started with VHF, collecting VHF.
Man.
VHF I was buying for 50 cents to $1. And I was selling them $20, $30, $40. But it was it was good. But it gets bulky. It really, really gets really, really bulky. Then I went into stuffed animals, buying stuffed animals. The will you buy a bag for $5, and inside that bag there was probably 30 stuffed animals. And when I have an experience with one of the stuffed animals in that bag, I listed it and sold it for $200. And and it happens, but it was bulky, it's stuff. And then I did more research, and I was always a baseball card collector. I had a baseball card store, and I always loved. I have maybe 100,000 cards.
Wow.
And when the boom started, with the epidemic baseball cards started back into the business. I mean, it took off. And I said, let me start looking at some of the cards I have. And then I started looking at some of the cards that I have. some of the cards that that I've had there for done, for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And I go, oh my goodness. So started doing some research, and I got into baseball cards. Then I had another pile of old postcards.
Yep.
Looked into the postcards, right? And postcards, I buy them for, I'm gonna say a dime.
Postcards?
Postcards, right?
Like
Look at
you send postcards to people? Wait.
He buys them and sells them.
They're used postcards.
Let me see what they are. Let me see. Pull one out, yeah?
I'll put one out.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'll buy buckets of postcards. Yeah.
Regular postcard.
That looks like my house.
Postcard.
Wait a minute. Somebody's taking my house.
In here, I have 2,000 postcards.
Damn.
Each postcard, I don't sell. The least one I sell in here is $5.55.
Yep.
The least.
Like just one or two?
As high as $40 in here. I have.
Wait a minute. You gotta fix.
That's 10 grand in there.
And look at the inventory. Look at how much stuff.
But how'd you know postcards would sell? I mean, you gotta be kidding me.
You just gotta know.
They're collectors, or what?
I started. It's like
buying postcards.
I'm going to use it for a wisdom to give people about starting their own business. Okay.
Wow.
When we're looking for income, for a way of creating income in the house, we're looking for a home-based business or something. We do research on businesses. They say, hey, this business is good for me. Is this business good? Do they have great products? Are they very reasonable, or so on? And this is the same thing as I did in postcards. I did my research. I started looking into postcards, and I ran into a gentleman who was very successful in eBay. He's one of the top people in eBay that sells postcards, and he has close to about 150,000 postcards listed on eBay.
I know who you're
And
talking
that
about.
guy you know who I'm talking about, right? And he sells an average of $1,500 a day in postcards.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
So-
God! I'm gonna go
But he has to buy, and he lists a whole bunch of postcards every day. He lists probably about 100 to 200 postcards a day, because it turns. So I decided to say, hey, listen, I'm going to give it a shot. So I bought 2,000 postcards from a gentleman, and I paid $80 for them, for the whole thing. First one I list, I sold it for $20. So I knew, wow. Yeah. When I listed, I was on $20. And I've been selling postcards now between $5.55 as high as $60, $70.
Let me tell you something. Today I went to me and my wife, because we got an idea of going out and doing some stuff. We went to an estate sale.
That's where it starts.
They had things there, and I thought, I'm looking and I'm thinking, now, if I only knew if I was buying this at a good price, then, you know what I mean? At a reseller price, you know what I mean? Then I would have jumped, but I did not. I wasn't sure.
You can't jump.
You know,
You
yeah,
know
you
you can't jump.
you only got you only got a 1 centimeter vertical. What are you talking about? Look, I'm telling you right now, I would have jumped on these things because they were actually stuff that it was what they decorated their house with. It was a big home. They're moving to Florida. They're coming your way, Al.
Everybody's
And
going to Florida.
Everybody's going to Florida.